Hi, I'm Justin Lee. Thanks for tuning in to Business Opportunities in Cambodia. I'm the host for this evening. In this series, we are going to share about the general information and the insights of Cambodia. To those who have not heard about Cambodia or would like to know more about Cambodia opportunities, this is the right platform to go. First, let me do a brief introduction of Cambodia. All right, Cambodia is the next rising tiger in Asia. That's what we heard of. Before we go anything, there will be a disclaimer over here. All right, whatever information that we share here, is based on some reliable source. All right. Cambodia, the new rising tiger in Asia. So let me give you a brief introduction of Cambodia. Cambodia is situated right at the center of Asia. As you can see, right over here. All right, Cambodia is here. In total, it is 181 and 35 square kilometers. It is bigger than Singapore, of course, and is situated on the Indo-Chinese Peninsula. Right at the northwest, we all know is Thailand. All right, and the northwest is Thailand, and the northeast will be the Laos. At the east and the southeast side is what we all know, the Vietnam. And on the southwest is the Gulf of Thailand or Siam. So you can see that Cambodia is right in the middle, being surrounded by all these countries. And of course, where is Singapore? Singapore is right lower at the Malaysia here. If you can see my arrow, my cursor here, over here. All right. So Cambodia, it has a size of Missouri. The country consists very large plain, with mountains around it. And we all familiar with what we call the Mekong River, which is flowing down from here. All right. And right in the middle of some Cambodia is the Don Sap, where the natural storage of the basin of Mekong River. So Don Sap will be right here. Cambodia is the core location of East ASEAN and across economic community of Southeast Asia. As you can see in the map, right, it is easily accessible by the ASEAN countries, even from the South China. Cambodia, we all know their capital is Phnom Penh. And we also know one of the famous tourist area at Siem Reap, Angkor Wat. In total population is 16.85 million based on the latest update on January 25, 2021. The ethnic group, 82% is the Khmer, 8% is the Vietnamese, 1% is the Chinese, and 4% is others. And of course, their religion mainly is Buddhism. So what language are they speaking? Besides their main language, Khmer, they also speak English and Chinese because of the international aspects that's coming into the country. And the currency they use is real. And most important, most of the transaction, especially big transaction, is based on USD. There isn't much or many countries that use USD, especially in Asia. And of course, they are ASEAN member on 30th April. They are also the member of the World Trade Organization. All right, so you are asking, so what is their government? Their government is a constitutional monarchy government running by Hun Sen. Hun Sen's People's Party. He has been on the chair in the office for 36 years and serving his 5th consecutive terms in Cambodia. So the government is very stable for all this one because it's a single party. And the present king since 2004 is the Norodom Sihamoni. So today we're going to talk about Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. So total land area is 692 square meter. Population is 2,144 thousands, okay, in 2020 from the micro trends. And a lot of Cambodians, 90% is accounted in here. So actually a lot of Cambodians from other rural area, from the rural area, actually flooding into the capital. And the places of interest that we all know, there are Royal Palace, the National Museums, okay, and the Naga World casinos, the Vietnam Tower, Central Market, Russian Market, and so on and so forth. So what is coming next? This series is organized and run by SAA, Asia Alliance Group. And before we proceed, I would like to introduce you the three co-founders of SAA. And they are Mr. Albert Cho. Mr. Albert Cho has been in real estate for 28 years. All right. In his 28 years of experience in real estate, he has a lot of high-profile clients and investors, and he has managed to, help the investors to make millions of dollars through real estate. So let's welcome Mr. Albert to have a talk with us and say hi to us. Mr. Albert.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Mr. Albert.
Good evening to everyone. This is Albert. I actually in real estate for 28 years, and now we are more focused on overseas investment. I will introduce myself more and share with you more later. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Albert. And next, our next co-founder of SAA is Mr. C.H. Tan. Mr. C.H. Tan has been in the real estate also for 18 long years. He has been the top producer, manager, leaders in the industry. And of course, he has won some SME award winners, He also the World Leadership Academy co-founder. He has many hats and many leadership on his shoulder. He is also a certified ETA trainer and co-founder of BNI Zenith. So let's welcome Mr. C.H. Tan and say hi to us.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Yeah. So actually, we serve this SAAC because we want to have this network marketing together. They will bring more projects and also will recommend more good product for our Singaporean and our associate. So this why we serve this SAA. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. C.H. Tan. Last and not least, our next co-founder, Ms. Angie Chew. She has been also be a long veteran in this real estate for 25 years. And most precious is that she is experienced running the Southeast Asia and Asia countries. So she has been overseas, doing overseas, specialized in marketing projects and doing training for developers. So let's welcome Ms. Angie Chew to say hi.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm Angie here. Thank you for having me here. I'm one of the co-founder for SAA, which I find that this is an important company that we are setting up, putting all the strong leaders, pioneer into the overseas industries. I think we will share with our founder together, Mr. Albert and Mr. C.H. Tan together.
Let's welcome Mr. Albert Cho and C.H. Tan in again. Mr. C.H. Tan?
Hi. Hello.
Yes. Hi. Thank you for the three co-founders for your welcome speech. And I have some questions to ask, and I believe there are people who are here. They are also being puzzled and questioned. What is SAA? What is the purpose of forming SAA? This Asia Alliance Group, and what is the vision and the mission for this group?
Maybe I answer this question.
All right.
Okay, SAA stands for Singapore Asia Alliance. Actually, three of us are co-founder we are in Singapore. And actually, we've been before the COVID lockdown, or before we cannot fly, we are in Cambodia. We fly to Cambodia every month we have minimum one time, or mean 2 or 3 times. Three of us are from all 3 different groups. So when we say that we better combine, and during this COVID, we also is a blessing to us, so that we can stay in Singapore, then we talk to each other. So we were thinking is 3 of us combine the strength. We doesn't need to fly, 3 of us fly together, you see. So the unity is actually very good for us. We combine the strength, at the same time we can give or provide our investor have better opportunity for good projects, and also more efficient, and also we can share our knowledge, combine our knowledge and share with our investor. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Albert. So what is other visions and missions that like maybe CH Tan you can share with us that why working together with the other co-founders for this SAA group?
Okay, yeah. So well, the first I need to thank you, Albert and NG, give me this opportunity, because they is my senior. I only 18 years. So I think the Albert and NG actually I think earlier than me go to invest the overseas project. For me, my first investment overseas project is the Malaysia, second Philippines. After that, also in China, also buy the property before. Then after that, now we treat together actually before COVID 2 years ago. We came to Cambodia. We meet with each other, so we know each other lah. So NG is one of my good friend that recommend me. So we work together. We doing quite well. Within the 1 year, we bring 400 over buyer go to Cambodia. So we believe that this is the upcoming country. So of course, I'm very happy that because this COVID become our 3 for us, we join together. So after that, we discuss, we have the same mission and vision. So we'll bring the good product and this good buy to our Singaporean and all the associate. So this is why we form together lah. So we come from different agency. We also come from different platform, but we believe that our vision and mission. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. CH Tan. Wow, I'm really looking forward. How about Miss Angie Chew?
For me, the most important thing is to understand that the new modern investment strategy is to go overseas, to invest in overseas, to diversify our clients' portfolio. Because being diversified, then we can actually have a safe, less risk investment into one single area. That's the reason why we move into overseas. I have Albert, who is more senior than me, and also I have a very dynamic Mr. Tan, who is very good in bringing the customer over. I believe that 3 of us joined together is a very good strength, and will bring forward this overseas investment into Asia, which we can see in the One Belt, One Road initiative. We are following this Belt Road.
Yeah. Oh yes, talking about One Belt, One Road, indeed. And now Cambodia is part of one of the major countries that involved in the One Belt, One Road. And it's very exciting to hear from the 3 veteran experienced leaders that is combining strength together, leading the industry, the real estate industry, moving forward and go overseas, expand to, overseas and abroad, across the horizon, don't limit it to where we are. And looking forward to have more, receive more information and details and more exciting projects coming from 3 of you. And so today our topic is business opportunities in Cambodia. So Mr. CH Tan, I know that today you're going to share with us why Cambodia, right? So you're going to start the ball running first. Mr. CH Tan, please. Thank you.
Okay. I coming the ball running first. Okay lah. Okay. So actually, why Cambodia? I need to share something. I think a lot the Singapore, our friend and this Singapore client, they never buy overseas project. But I need to share something why Cambodia. Okay, let me share for this PPT first. Is it okay? All people can see this PPT?
Yes, very good.
Yes. Okay, okay. So of course, too far I no go now. So some people like Australia, US, England, and China project. So maybe I can share something for me that is Australia. I think a lot of people know why Australia, if you want to buy, after you want to sell, difficult, is because you want to sell to local. This one, I think the Albert and NG is a more experience for me because they got invest overseas, this Australia, England before. Okay, so later I think they can share for you more. So why Cambodia? It's important because Cambodia, beginning I go to Cambodia, I think it's 4 years ago. Okay, so 4 years ago I buy one project, but the project I sell I earn almost 50%. Okay, I buy the time is 120,000. I sold is the 180,000. So the time we combine, I and my friend total 4 people we buy one unit. We can't sue, can't see, can't wala, Singaporean like that. But after that, I realized that this country change very fast. Beginning I go the Cambodia the time, right? Have you know that this the bank in the bank? If you go to bank, normally what the sticker we can see. Normally cannot helmet, right? Okay, no handphone, right? It's overseas. Singapore can really the handphone, but in Cambodia, you know the 2 sticker, very big sticker. What the sticker they put? You know that? I think some people know, some people don't know. Okay, I tell you the truth. 4 years ago I go there, I very scared because I see the sticker, right? Cannot have the bond and the gun. Okay, that means you tell me this country, a lot of people have the bond, also have the gun, correct? So it's not safe. For me, I think that it's not safe. So I go out I follow my friend. After I come back, I don't want to come out very scared. Until the last 2 years ago, just 1 year, change very, very fast. So I sell my property I study the project. I think can do in Cambodia. Why? First, political is very stable. Okay, I think a lot of the country they using their own currency, but they using the US currency. Of course, they got own currency. 1 US equal to 4,000 real. But this 4,000 real equal to $1 USD, right? Only 5 to 7 years never change because they use the US currency. So their currency stay put in the $1 US equal to 4,000. So of course, the no CRS. Those people doing the business smart, they want to go to this country is because no have the CRS. So common depositing system. So I think this is why you can see a lot of this country, the businessmen choose the Cambodia to open the factory. Okay, so another one is the GDP. Of course, the GDP, the young workflow, because this average age is around 23 to 28 years old. Okay, so it's a very, very good. One Belt, One Road. Of course, the oil and gas. I think a lot of people know that this oil and gas is our Singapore gas energy to correct for them. Okay, so this is the tourism. Tourism increase every year, but now COVID, no choice. Before COVID, you all know how often I go Cambodia. I can tell you, I and NG, including Albert, sometime, every week, Friday with Friday, Monday with back. Only Tuesday I in Singapore. Sometimes I go to Batam because in Batam I go business. Or another day I go to Malaysia. So one more day I fly to Cambodia again. So almost 4 days I in Cambodia every week. So low entry price. Later I think the NG will share more for this low entry price. Of course the rental return is very, very good. Okay, you know this rental you get up to 10%. So, but some developer, of course, give you the 5 to 8% guarantee return because they also need to manage. They also need to earn some profit. So why the rental return is very good. So this is why this country we very, very think that is our upcoming country will go. So this why I choose Cambodia is my next 10 years I will focus for this country. Oh, thanks, Justin. I just pass back to you. Thank you very much. Hi, Justin.
Yes, Mr. Siashan. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Pass back to me. Yeah. All right. Okay, next we have Miss Angie Chiu to share with us, what, investment and business opportunities in Cambodia. All right, Miss Angie, please.
Thanks for CH sharing on why Cambodia. Now we can look into business opportunities in Cambodia. Okay, so I will share my screen with you. Okay. Okay, Cambodia has been significantly significantly expanding for the past 10 years. So everybody has feel the heat from Cambodia. That's why we are looking into the business opportunities here. And the major industries, the major pillars of this, did I share? Yeah, so everybody can see, yeah? Okay, so the four major drivers that grow the industry is agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, and construction. Of course, Cambodia have its own natural resources like gold and also oil and gas. Recently, they found oil and gas. So Cambodia has a very young population of about 16 million for the whole economy, but half of the population is below the age of 28 years old. So we can see that one of the major drivers of Cambodia is agriculture. So agriculture is formed because they have is one of the important support up to 22% of the GDP of Cambodia. Okay, so rice is the major crop and also is a very important stable export of rice in Asia. Okay, so Phnom Penh itself is the capital of Cambodia. So you can see the fast growing is one of the fourth in the world fastest growing cities. Why? Because tourism. Tourism contribute up to 12% of Cambodia GDP. So you can see the statistics of over the past years from all the way from the past decade to up to the year 2019, Cambodia has a very huge people moving into the tourism sector, and a lot of people reaching into Cambodia, visiting Cambodia. But because of the pandemic, okay, so it is very much badly affected, this industry. So the government is giving a lot of measures to assist in the tourism sector. So we can see that Cambodia is directly, they have many international routes directly linked to Phnom Penh. So from China, from Singapore, from Malaysia, from even Indonesia. So you can see a lot of flights daily before the pandemic. Okay, the next pillar that drives the economy of Cambodia is manufacturing. Manufacturing is major in garments and textile, play a very important role, contributing about 80% of the total export, almost about 16% of the total GDP. Okay, so because right at this present moment, because of due to the pandemic, so the industry is affected. So the government is also having a lot of incentive and support to this industry. So the next driver is infrastructure and construction. Recently, we can see a lot of infrastructure being built in Cambodia. Construction is one of the major activities, and considering now is one of the property boom section. Okay, if you can see, China invests heavily into the infrastructure of Cambodia. The infrastructure update in 2020, you can see that they are expanding the new Phnom Penh airport, almost 30% completed in last year, April. So now it will be more about 60% completing. And you can see they also have a ring road connecting national road to the borders of Cambodia, linking to Thailand, linking to Vietnam. So another important infrastructure is the building of the highway between Phnom Penh to Sihanouk View. So this greatly shortened the time from 6 hours to 2.5 hours. Okay, so when it is built, this will be a very major infrastructure in Cambodia because it improves in terms of the exports. We have another road junction, there's Cham Chao Junction, which is also a very important road. So you can see that the infrastructure of Cambodia, about 8 highways are being built, 6 airports are being expanded, okay, during this period of time. This is the basic infrastructure in building the drivers that bring the economy of Cambodia. That's why you can see the investment into construction values has increased from 1,612 projects to 2,100 projects during this period, 2019 to 2020 itself. Can see 2.8 billion increase to 3.48 billion, even though during these difficult times. Okay, because the developer in Cambodia maintain the same confidence. They have the confidence for Cambodia after when the pandemic is over. So the influx of the Fortune 500 companies into Cambodia make it one of the best place for attracting overseas investment, is because you can see that the government has provided a very we should say a very attractive, okay, they are very open and they provide a very positive business and investment climate for foreigners. So you can see the brands start flooding in, like Starbucks, like Shangri-La, like the Marriott Hotel, Rosewood, Aeon, okay. So you can see all these brands is already in Cambodia. So this is the best time for business opportunities. If you can see Singapore in the year 1990s, it is what we are experiencing, okay, now in Cambodia. So everybody is looking into Cambodia at this instant, because it is the best time due to the economic situation, due to the government support, due to the strategic location, due to the building of the One Belt, One Road. Okay, so what is the best product that we can invest in Cambodia today? So today we are talking about investment opportunities. Okay, so what is the best product that you can think of? So because of the government incentive that I said, that it is a youthful, it's a young population and a strategic location. So Cambodia being one of the Asia free trade region, and also take advantage of the World Trade Organization trades between the EU. So it has bring in a lot of free trade agreement, okay, between the Asia countries and the Southeast Asia. So one of the important one of the FTA is between Cambodia and China. So this with this signing of the Cambodia China FTA, 95% of the Cambodian export is now tariff free. Not only that, Singapore is also signing a bilateral agreement with Cambodia. Okay, so we are having a better room for tariff, for lower tax, okay, where the exports flow. And the next important thing is FTA is also signed between Korea in February 3rd this year, okay, and it allows a broad range of goods to be setting at zero tariff. So these are the important factors that you can see. A lot of countries are moving into Cambodia itself. It's assisting Cambodia to build the infrastructure, to build the economy, to build the major drivers of the economy, like agriculture, manufacturing, and also tourism, and also the basis. Okay, so like everybody is thinking what to invest in Cambodia, what are the opportunities that is available to us. So you can see that you can run into investing into real estate, which is one of a good investment. And then I can show you that the next one is healthcare, because healthcare, everybody know that Cambodia does not have a good healthcare system. Okay, so this is a good opportunity for people like Singaporean has a world-class, is one of the best healthcare in Southeast Asia. So we can actually participate a lot in healthcare sector. And we also has done some homework and know that Cambodia, rich Cambodian, and even Thailand, and even people from Vietnam, they travel to Singapore to do the healthcare. So mainly for foreigners, when they need medical services, they will travel to either Bangkok or Singapore. Okay, so addressing to this problem, we know that medical equipments and medical supplies, these are very lack in Cambodia itself. So this is the best opportunity, taking the best time to look into the healthcare system, the healthcare region sector, this is where the opportunities lies. Okay, next you can look into the engineering and the construction service, because infrastructure is important to Cambodia due to the 2023 Southeast Asia Game. Okay, they are building the facilities, the connectivities between from the airport all the way to the location where the Southeast Asia Game is going to be held. And also they are expanding their airports. Okay, they are expanding, they are building a new Phnom Penh airport in the south, and they are also expanding the airport of Siem Reap and also the other airports. So this is a very important event, because they are also, because of the Southeast Asia Game in 2023, in 5 years time, the transport is going, the connectivity is going to be a major important opportunities. Okay, so Japan is assisting Cambodia itself in creating the monorails connectivity. So this will be ready, expect to be in service in 2023. So the other sectors that we can see that they're also building malls, as we see that years ago they have built Aeon Mall 1, and then after that Aeon Mall 2, and today they are building Aeon Mall 3. So you can see that the expanding of the needs of the young population, they have a rise in terms of their income, and they are going for better income and affordable consumer goods. So transport and logistics is also an important opportunities that everybody can see, because of the borders, because of the regional, close to the regional, accessible to Thailand, accessible to Vietnam. These are growing economies. So transport and logistics is very important for Cambodia to expand its economy. They need to be connected. Okay, so these are the important opportunities that you can find. Okay, so the next is tourism and resort infrastructure. So we know that Cambodia is one of the important driver is tourism. So many of the infrastructures, many of the infrastructure to boost tourism is building up very fast in Cambodia, like the water theme park, one of the Southeast Asia largest theme park, the Safari World, and also you can see the stadium being built. These are all attraction to the tourist spots. So one of the factors, one of the sector that we can look into is the hotel suites. Okay, hotel service suites is very important into expanding into Cambodia, because Cambodia is well known for its tourism, and a lot of investment is into hotel suites, so that it is managed by reputable, prestige hotels. Hospitality is one of it that aim for a very good source of revenue for the investor. Okay, and food and agribusiness is also important. The next things that we can look into is a very good opportunity, because you can see that Cambodia is setting up special zone for these businesses. Okay, and the also about the food and franchise business, like Kentucky, KFC, like Starbucks, and also you can see that a lot of big branches, brand that are setting up branches in Cambodia, Phnom Penh itself. Coca-Cola, you can see good brands. Okay, Aeon, 7-Eleven, all these you can already find in Cambodia itself. So one important thing is technology. Okay, if you are good, if you can see, we need Cambodia require advanced technology, okay, for the rice mining industry. Okay, so this is one of the part that is giving good opportunities. Food processing, horticulture, and you know that rice Cambodia has produced about 8 million tons of rice in 2019. So they need a lot of training, market information, offering good technology to help them harvest. Then there will be diversification into Cambodia into other industries like the fishery and the meat market. So these are very important factors that we can, if we can attract new technology into agribusiness. So if you can see that the young Cambodian, they are very tech savvy. They are very much into Facebook, into YouTube. So you can see that the countries has laid out a vast ideas. They can expand out very fast is because of the IT and the technology. Huawei is moving into Cambodia. You can see the giant Alibaba, Huawei, and also in 5G, okay, expanding 5G into Cambodia. So because of the young population and the young population become more and more educated, you can see them working into e-sporting, fintech, and digitalization. So they can be moving very fast. The economy can be moving very fast in time to come. Almost that they can match e-sporting with Singapore. So the next sector is energy. Energy, you can see the electricity supply has been sparked by 11%, okay, in 2017, and we need more new technologies like the solar farm, okay. So this can solve the energy sectors. So this is one of the business opportunity that can welcome foreigners to invest. Okay, education is the next one. Okay, that is important, that most of the Cambodian are looking into higher education and training. Okay, so the natural resources of Cambodia is the precious stone, and also you can find now gold. Okay, Cambodia has a gold reserve of 19.5 billion in the international reserve, which is quite high. And also there are companies from China and Australia coming together to assist Cambodia in extracting gold. Okay, so this can boost up the economy. And also they have found the first barrel, they have got the first barrel of oil, okay, in 2020. Okay, so there are many opportunities for Singapore-based company. So if you can see that Singapore is also promoting our people to go overseas. So Cambodia gives a lot of opportunities to us. Okay, so we can look into. And of course, having said that, there is so much business opportunities, but we must also do our own due diligence, because venturing business into overseas need a lot of good planning, okay, and also a very good execution plan, and also to study the market research. So we hope that everybody have a chance after the pandemic can go with us to Cambodia, okay. And the important part is to share, is that there are so much sharing, there's so much to do in Cambodia itself. Imagine yourself in the year 1990s of Singapore. So the way that Singapore expand during the next 30 years to bring us to the world class today. So we are experiencing this kind of growth in Cambodia today. So can look out for us when the time when the pandemic is over. We can always travel to Cambodia again. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, this is my sharing today. Okay, and I pass it back to Justin. Okay.
Thank you, Miss Angie. Well, indeed, I can see the potential of Cambodia. As high as the high tech itself. Even energy source, energy company, until to the agriculture. You see the expansion of Cambodia potential it has. I do not know what about you, those who in front of the video. I see a lot of great potential. Back in the 1990s in Singapore, I was still very young. So I do not have the opportunities to do investment or to go into business. And their business right now, like, like first world country like Singapore or Japan, it may seem to be a dying off or sunset business. But if you look at Cambodia, Cambodia is just a started growing country where a lot of opportunities, even sunset business over there, it can revive back again. Would you agree with me? Yeah.
Yes.
So in any business, if I do not know about you, if you are far-sighted enough, imagine yourself 10 years. Don't have to talk about 30 years because of the high-tech technology we have nowadays. Everything will advance very fast. I believe in the 10 years or 15 years, Cambodia can expand exponentially. And I do not want to miss this boat. And what about you? So talking about investment, I want to invite the next, our co-founder, to share with us, investing in two properties in Cambodia. So please share with us, Mr. Albert, how about to go about into investment into properties of Cambodia? Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So let me share my screen first. Okay, good evening, everyone. So actually, after listening to Ms. Angie and also Tan, you see a lot of opportunity, business in Cambodia, a lot of opportunity in terms of medical business, IT, technology business, and many, many others. So when you look at that, also the infrastructure in Cambodia, already more or less, they do up any country or any country they're going to build up. The infrastructure is the most important and the basic fundamental, the infrastructure must be done. So when the infrastructure, as the road, all these things is done, the country and the investment, the growth will be very, very fast and good. So another thing is just share a little bit here. Why should you invest in Cambodia? So my basically is telling everyone is, my point is just now you talked about investment in property, business, all this. My main focus is after all this investment in business. So one of the main things that we should look into is every people or every person or business person, they need an accommodation. They need a house to stay or an office to do their work. So should you look into how to invest in your property, or are you still want to wait when in the property investment? Condominium, landed. Okay, by the way, in Cambodia, landed, provided you are Cambodian, you cannot buy. Those with land, you cannot buy. You only can buy condominium. There's one floor above the ground. Okay, just come back to this page before I go further others. Why should you invest in Cambodia? The Cambodia GDP is 7%, sustained 7% increase for the last decade. They mean for the past 9 years, it increased by 7%. Only last year, COVID period is only increased about 5% only. So it's the highest GDP growth in the South Asia. Okay, so next is current global house price index. Cambodia, Phnom Penh has price rose. Okay, the house price rose by 16.7% on year to year. Rental year is about 6.5%, but actually it's about 8 to 10% of rental return. Okay, total 3 add up together, you can see the investment return is going to be about 29% investment return. It add up together is a very strong thing. Okay, so basically, then also that Cambodia, the prime location apartment. Okay, the money rent in Cambodia prime location apartment is $23 per meter square or square meter with an average rental rate of 10.8% money rent of up to 1,002 meter square. Okay, so also Cambodia is the Cambodia is the only country in Southeast Asia that use US dollar. So it's very stable. So we example say US dollar, the US up down, they follow up and down. The U is using US dollar currency. Okay. It's also account for more than 80% of the current country currency. Well, next. Cambodia, okay, based on Cambodia demand for housing, a young kingdom with a huge demographic dividend. 70% of the age are under 35 years old. 70% of the in the view of the future. The view of the future. Cambodia is the youngest country in Southeast Asia. Cambodia is the youngest country in Southeast Asia. The national average age is only 27 years old. Okay, so you imagine if years old, all are very aggressive and going up. And I used to say a little bit sad to say Singapore is an aging population. Okay, we are on the age, but Cambodia is not an aging, it's a young generation. It's very aggressive. Okay. Also, this one is non-pen population growth rank first in the world, accounting for 44% of Cambodia total population. Okay, at present moment, the resident population non-pen has reached 3.5 million. Among them are 500,000 are Chinese. Okay, the estimated in 2030, the population of non-pen will break through 5 million people. Okay, we estimate about foreign passport about we have 600,000. You just imagine the foreign population migration will be keep on increasing in Cambodia, and the large part of them come from China, Japan, Singapore, etc. Okay, I checked with a few of my friends. They tell me say, I say how is Cambodia? They already tell me say, oh, Cambodia, I already have my passport already. So until that, I also don't know. They are so close to me, but yet I don't know their passport. They only tell me say, opportunity, brother. Opportunity come, I need to go up. I need to reach there. They already been in Cambodia much earlier than me. Okay. So regarding on apartment wise, apartment supply, property, apartment when you say is 30:1 apartment supply and demand gap is good, is a very good opportunity. Example say now you go into Cambodia, and the population and the DGB is growing. So you ask me, now you invest, what will happen? Will you gain or will you lose? Okay. So you also, that's why just I also mentioned 10.8% of the higher rental return are in non-pen. Okay. Although it ranked only 4th in the world. But it's first in Southeast Asia. We are in Southeast Asia, we are still the first in Southeast Asia. So I just show you this. In 1998, Singapore, you know this portion, right? Okay, 1998, now it's 20, this picture is 2018. You actually can see 2018, you can see this particular portion. Okay, this one also same thing, 1988, 2018. Both are Singapore photo. I think so Singaporean, you know which part of it is this. There's a changes, tremendous changes also. So now this, we say the Ho Chi Minh. Okay, Ho Chi Minh 2011, and this one is 2017. Okay, then where is this portion? Which part is this? Which part is this? From 1990 to 2010, it up by 60%, 60 times. This portion is okay, 60 times. Now you guess how much it go. So are we still waiting? So now I want to share you something regarding the Cambodia Diamond Island. Okay, this is Diamond Island. And you see how it look like? Okay, there you have residential zone, office, hotel, park, and convention. The site area is more than 100 acres. It's Diamond Island. I just show you how fast Cambodia the infrastructure change. Okay, from 2008, this is Diamond Island, the Shampi area, all these things. For those who old enough, you know, initial Shenton Way, Orchard Road, what is the place? The place is actually Shamland also. So this is actually Diamond Island. Okay, from 2008. Then you go to 2010 in 10 years. This is 2019 this is Diamond Island. From this, we divert to this portion. Okay, the price is changed from average price 2009 is 1,300 per square meter. Now current average price is USD 4,007. You can see the changes in prices in 10 years only. Okay, you can see this is okay. The 205 is a farmland. This is Diamond Island also. It's been showing you another picture of it. So on 2012, this is the one. 2015, this is the one. And now this is Diamond Island. Sorry. So basically, I also like to highlight some of the things, like example, some of the project that we look into investment. You can see those just highlight and some information for everyone around us. Every project or those who have near the bay. You see, this is all near the bay. Gateway project actually is near the bay. This is San Francisco Bay area, also a bay, and Hong Kong, Group House Bay. And this is Shanghai, also the bay, and Tokyo Bay area. All this project near the bay or near the river, okay, is the price will be appreciated very strong and very fast, and also very high. Okay. So this is one of the Mekong River, this one, and there's a 3 river joining together. Okay. And just now we mentioned that external investment into Cambodia, okay, but they say total there are $3 billion to build OCIC. OCIC is actually one of the future capital that is in where is it? In the Diamond Island side, okay, or Chajongva. So it's going to build up over the site. So $3 billion they invested in it. There's also the government and the rich tycoon in Cambodia that are investing to it. So these particular things I want to summarize the whole thing. So there's so much investment, business investment coming and business setup coming. Everyone need accommodation and rooftop. So residential will be the next one coming very, very strongly. And now it's also actually honest when you do a simple calculation, is under supply. It's really under supply. But some people say, oh, oversupply too many. But in turn, it's really under supply, especially residential, commercial office. It's really, really under supply. So okay, in one thing that I also like to highlight over this portion, investing is overseas is good. And you can look into opportunity, also good. But I just like to use this as a Singapore. I like to inform everyone, go for the person or the agent, okay, that have finished, how you say, they must know about marketing overseas property or know about overseas property. Is it correct in the market? So I will advise every people that whoever want to invest in overseas, or look into overseas market, look for the agent that must have finished their marketing of overseas project by our Singapore side, IEA. Okay, that's very important. Second thing, also check with the agent whether this agent ever been to the country before. Don't let the agent that tell you that, oh, I can invest, I got this one, good, but actually he or she never been to the place before. So it's very dangerous. So, okay, basically this is check with just ask them a few questions, okay, to safeguard your investment over there. What we have shared with you is a very good investment and you can make tons of money, but also you must be careful because you may get misled because we are so far away from the country. Okay, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Back to you, Justin.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Albert. Yes, indeed, I think Mr. Albert was also sharing, talking about if you're looking for agents or agent is approaching you, our IEA, conducting a course called Certificate in Certified Marketing Foreign Properties. For each agent, it is important, in order to market foreign properties, to have a good knowledge about overseas project and overseas market. And it is very important also to step into the country, he or himself, step over to the over country and experience the country there, to see and look and do the due diligence. Yeah, hearing from Miss Angie, Mr. C.H. Tan, and Mr. Albert, indeed is very eye-opening. I'm very fortunate that before the COVID, I went to Cambodia. Indeed, it's an eye-opening for me. I can hear from a lot of people, from a lot of agents friends, but it's different than when you step into the ground. It's a wow to me. I never expected that, wow, Cambodia actually is growing. That's why I see a lot of potential over there in terms of businesses, setup, or in terms of properties investment. If you want to start small, start from properties investment because there's a lot of huge opportunity over there. Yeah, I believe so. Would you agree with me, three of the co-founders? Yes. So before you go into any country to invest, as I have just mentioned, and the three co-founders I've shared with you, do your due diligence. Check with the agent whether he has fulfilled any, certificate in marketing foreign properties. That's one important thing. And also whether he himself had the experience or not, And also for you yourself, if you're really interested to want to look into investing property in Cambodia itself, of course, there are things that we should look into. There is the legality, the legal, the property laws, and the process before investing Cambodia. Right now, because I know that, we are, as Singaporeans, we are very conscious about the laws and regulation, especially in Cambodia, before you step in to invest. So in our next episode, we'll share about property laws in Cambodia. All right, let me share with you before we go. All right. So do drop us and visit us at Justco Centrepoint at Orchard Road. The three developers that Mr. Albert Cho, Miss Angie Chiu, and CH Tan, their projects are all at the Justco. One at Centrepoint and the other at Marina Square. Do come and drop by to look at us and visit our little Cambodia over there to find out more about investing properties in Cambodia. So over here in the slide I've shown you, I flashed out, because due to COVID, right now we're having a phase 2 lockdown, here and there, a lot of restriction. So we do not do open house on this Sunday until further notice. So if you would like to come over and want to know more or visit any of the developer sales gallery, all right, give us a call here. There's a hotline over there. There are 2 hotlines. You can call either one and we will help you to make arrangement and bring you to take a look about at the sales gallery. Yes, right, our 3 co-founders, they are willing to share with you more knowledge. So before you go, do watch our last introduction of Cambodia video. And once again, I'm Justin Lee. And thank you, Mr. Albert Cho, Miss Angie Chiu, and Mr. CH Tan for the sharing today. And do tune on next week for our Cambodia series. And I'll catch you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Good evening.
Bye. All the best.
Don't forget to catch our video.
In the 1st century AD, the Bonam dynasty established one united kingdom, and the history of Cambodia started. In the 9th century AD, the Angkor dynasty flourished and fostered the prosperity and national strength of Cambodia. The ancient country, boasting 2,000 years of history and civilization, which is long-lasting. Today, standing at a new historical starting point, Cambodia is regaining its resplendence. Cambodia stands out as a hub of international strategies, with the Belt and Road Initiative is leveraging the potentials of incoming investment. The Trans-Asian Railway is the new trunk line for future development, with integration of ASEAN countries, is to be a new summit of economic growth. Cambodia, known as the new economic tiger of Asia, is in the golden period of rapid development. It has reported an annual GDP growth of 7% for 9 consecutive years, ranking top 1 in Southeast Asia. Its splendid culture and enchanting history attract 4 million tourists from the world every year. Phnom Penh, the capital city, as a national center of economy, politics, and culture, holds more than 60% of Cambodia's economic resources. As a result, the real estate price of Phnom Penh is growing at a steady annual rate of 10 to 15%. Global investors are allured here, bridging the global economies. The fortune promised by Cambodia is self-evident.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffu, and I wish all of you, stay safe, stay healthy, and we see you again. Bye bye.